Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Extinction Explorer Notes. Last time we covered notes around the green obelisk, and today we are going to cover notes in roughly this area of the map. Also, make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more, because it would help out a lot. But anyways, we're starting right here. Here are the coordinates, roughly. It is where we ended our last episode. Is a note right there. However, it is a fairly characteristic area. Don't worry, you don't need to watch the previous video to get here. So we are at the wall of the city, the northern wall of the city right here. And you can see the green obelisk is right there. It's pretty close. And you have this, like little walkway going out to the wall, and then it's a ramp going all the way down. So we want to go, for our first note, we want to follow this ramp. So if you look north, you can see my map location. Should be pretty easy to find this. Just go down this ramp. Or fly down, I don't know. Whatever creature you're using. So go down to this ramp. All the way down. Eventually, it'll turn kind of around 90 degrees. You can just follow it down. However, what you really want to do, once you get kind of down, that you want to go back to that turning point. You basically want to be underneath this turning point. So you go down, and then you go back a little bit, and underneath this little turning area, there's a pillar, a little support pillar underneath there. And right next to that support pillar, on one of the sides, it is the eastern side of that pillar, we have the Santiago log number 29 at 40.6 by 38.9. And then from this note, we can very easily find the next one. So you see, if we face away from the wall, there's another ramp over there, and if you go towards that ramp, you can see that you get to a ramp that leads down right here. It's kind of underneath this one. So just go down that ramp, turn left, and it's a tree in the way, but if you go left, there's a fountain. There's a fountain right here, roughly at these coordinates. And if you have previous note behind you, or the wall, the north behind you, if you face south, on the left of the fountain, we have another Santiago log. This is number 24 at 43.7 by 39.6. And then, if we start here at the fountain, so here the coordinates should be fairly distinctive. It is on the very bottom level. You can see it's another level above there, but this is on the very bottom, the ground level. And if you look around, if I just get up a little bit, if you look around the fountain here, it's kind of hard to get your bearings because it all kind of looks the same. It's just heck, isn't it? But on one of the sides, you can see that there is a ramp with some overgrowing going on. If you look around, it's the only ramp going up from this place. But you want to have that ramp behind you. So if you have that ramp behind you like this, you can see that you can go kind of underneath these buildings, or next to these buildings, between these buildings. You want to do that. This is a eastern direction. And then if you just walk this way, eventually you'll kind of get out on the main street, or a main street. And on your left, there is a big gate leading out into the wild. And you can also see there is an arched bridge going across there as well. So you want to get under that bridge. There's also this planter right here, basically under it. And once you land at the end of this planter, you should be basically right below the bridge. And if you just look towards the big gate, see right next to those rocks right here, we find a Helena note. So this is Helena note number 14 at 41.3 by 43.7. And then the next is really easy. You can see the bridge right above you. Literally, just fly up on this bridge. And as you can see right there, we have another The One Who Waits note. This is number 7 at 41.3 by 43.7. And then for the final note of this area, if you look towards the gate and you look left, there's a tall building right there. And if you look left of that building, there's a tree next to that little support structure, or I don't really know, building. So go towards this tree, and you'll see there's a bit of a bus stop roof here as well. But right next to the tree and next to the building, you have another Santiago note. This is number 22 at 42.7 by 42.3. For our next several notes, we want to move to this location. So we are right here at these coordinates. The surrounding area is pretty distinctive, but we were literally just there. You can kind of see the bridge and the gate. It's literally south of where we were just at. But there's a big globe hologram. There is a swamp surrounding it. And if we look up, there's kind of a ring road or a circular kind of walkway going around the whole thing. And there's also 2 waterfalls here as well. So this is a pretty distinctive area to start at. And what we're going to do first is look towards where we came from. So this is north, as you can see here on the map. You can see the gate in the distance. You can see that bridge. And if we look up on the circular little road or the platform, you look just a little left, you can see there is a roofed structure right there. And if you look around the whole thing, it is the only roofed structure, so it should be pretty easy to find, this one. And on top here, as you can see, we have The One Who Waits number 5 at 48.7 by 42.6. Then we start at the globe again. And this time, we want to look, we can look towards that, look north. So again, just here's the chords. Here's the direction we're looking. We're looking towards the gate and the bridge. This time turn left. So you're looking westwards. Get up on the ramp. Go through a waterfall in the process. And if you land up here on the ramp, you can clearly see the green obelisk should be right ahead. Like that. And if you walk towards the green obelisk from kind of the middle, so this little support right there, you soon get to this place where the ramps start going down on either side, but in the middle of it, you have a little flower pot or a little planter, and you also find the note right here. The One Who Waits 29 at 50.6 by 40.5. And then we start here again, same place, hologram globe. This time, you want to face southwards. So you want to face southwards, and you can see there's another gate that direction. If you look down, you can see there's water. And you can see there's a river shooting off kind of to the right. You want to follow this river. And soon you'll see the river starts to form kind of a waterfall. It's not really quite a waterfall, but it starts to go on an incline downwards like this. And if you look to your right, when that starts happening, so you can see here the water animation, it's all rapid. You look to your right, next to this structure, we find a Santiago log. This is number 8 at 52.7 by 42.8. And then for the 2 final notes, we are once again starting here at the hologram globe at these coordinates. This time, face south, just like you did on the previous note. But we're not going to follow the creek. Instead, we're going to go straight south, aiming towards that gate in the distance. You'll see there are two of these weird metal or text structures sticking out. You can kind of go between those to line yourself up a little bit. And eventually, you'll get to kind of a cliff or like a dead end. It'll just kind of go, you see here, the road is kind of broken. So if you're not on a flyer, this might be a little bit of a leap of faith. But when you get to the end here, you see there is a planter flower pot in the distance or right below you. You want to just get down to the beginning of that. Basically, you want to get to the other side of this broken road. You just came from there, went down, and right in front of this big planter, we have a Santiago log again. This time it is number 9 at 56.5 by 43.8. And then for our final note, we just go up. So just follow this flower pot. And then you can see that there is a road going to the right here. Once you get to the next flower pot, if you look right, there's clearly a path going this way. So just go this direction. And if you follow it straight forward, you then see that it either goes down here to the right, or it leads to that rocky fountain, kind of left forward. But if you look left, before you get to that fountain, if you look left, you can see there's a little walkway going this way. This is in a southern direction. You just go this way. You can see that on the side there, we have a Santiago log. So once you get to the little ramp on the right, Santiago. So you just need to go up the ramp through this little flower pot planter, and you find Santiago number 7 at 59.3 by 40.7. And that was the final note of the day. If you did find this one helpful, again, please like and subscribe. Would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys soon with the next episode. Goodbye.